OSU is one of those games that will run on any computer you will throw it at. Be that a top-of-the-line gaming rig worth thousands of dollars or an ancient ThinkPad laptop running Arch Linux. OSU will run on anything. This gives OSU players a lot of freedom compared to some other gaming communities. We can enjoy our game in subways, cafes, airports, universities, and even at your grandma's basement. But at the end of the day, there is only so much you can do with a laptop. It's still a big impractical piece of metal that requires you to wear a backpack everywhere you go. If only there was something smaller, something that could perhaps fit in your pocket. Well, I have a solution for you. Or I guess technically Intel did back in 2015 when they created the first Intel compute stick. Back then it was supposed to be this wonderful new technological marvel, a computer in your pocket that you could bring anywhere you wanted. But considering today most people probably never even heard of it, you can probably guess pretty accurately how it turned out. Apparently you cannot shrink a 12 kilogram desktop PC into the size of a USB stick and not miss out on any performance. I know, shocking, right? And since this thing is powered by a small wall brick with lower specs than most modern phone chargers, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm not exactly holding a quantum computer in my hand. That being said, however, I think it might just have enough processing power to run OSU. And just like that, I set out on my adventure to try and play OSU on an Intel compute stick. Hi there, editor here. So I just finished looking through the entirety of my video footage for this video, and apparently I completely forgot to mention that technically this is not a compute stick. It's something called the Ace PC Pocket PC. But if you were to look at the specs, it's basically the same as an Intel compute stick. So for the sake of the video, just consider this thing an Intel compute stick. Here's the comparison for those of you who care about little details. And now let's get back into the video. After spending 10 minutes trying to figure out how to plug this thing into my monitor, I finally got into Windows, which actually was pretty responsive considering the abomination I'm running it on, but only up until the point where I connected Wi-Fi. After which, all of the pre-installed Windows bloatware decided to torture the absolute shit out of the little CPU. This is why people don't use Windows. Like, holy shit, Microsoft Edge updater? Like, can you not? But thankfully, after about 15 minutes of me clicking End Task over and over again, it seems to have died down and I could actually use the system. First things first, if we want to run OSU, we have to install OSU. I'm not sure exactly what, because I don't usually go to this page, but I feel like there is something missing. There definitely were a few things missing, and they definitely did not come back to haunt us later. But as for right now, I only needed the download button, and thankfully it worked perfectly. Which cannot be said for OSU itself. I don't think... What the fuck is... Hello? I don't... Wow. I don't know how I feel about that. Let me just turn off all of the security first, and then we can try opening it again. But like, that was not a great start, okay? I'm just gonna say it, that was not a great start. But after dealing with a bit more Microsoft bullshit and restarting the game, it actually started and was running relatively fine. Wait, what? Wait, it's actually running. Wait, it's actually running. What? I don't know what FPS this is, but this doesn't look even half as bad as I thought it would. Wait, what? Unfortunately, we were not out of the woods yet. Need to verify your identity to play online. Okay, let's do that, I guess. So apparently I cannot log into the website because the little Cloudflare thing just refuses to load. It like loads, does the verifying thing, and then just loops around and then restarts and then does that again. So I just can't log in. Well, isn't that fucking amazing? It was so amazing, in fact, that none of the solutions I found on the internet would work. I tried clearing browser data, resetting the system clock, using a different Wi-Fi, rebooting the system, rebooting the Wi-Fi, using Microsoft Edge instead of Chrome, copying the link and opening it from my phone. None of these would work, and the solution was to download Firefox. No fucking way, wait. Please. Fuck yeah! Yeah! Finally! Finally, man! Oh my god! I cannot even begin to understand how the fuck this works. It's like that one Stellar J video where his keyboard would prevent him from playing Sekiro.
Apparently, Sekiro will fucking self-destruct if you use a very specific Corsair keyboard model. How the fuck does that even happen?
No, but like, legit, what the fuck? Like, how does me ranting in the background aside, I was actually able to log into the website, which meant I was actually able to log into the game. This means we can finally play Osu, right? No! As you can see, it's running fine as it is right now, but whenever I move my mouse, it freezes for like a solid second. And I think it probably has to do with the fact that my mouse is running on 1K polling rate, and it probably cannot handle 1K polling rate, so yeah, I might need to find a way to disable that. Spoilers, my mouse polling rate had nothing to do with it. Why are we pegged at 36% utilization? Oh my god, please don't tell me. No, don't tell me. Is it actually a thermal issue? Is the thing actually overheating? To find out if that was actually the case, I proceeded to install MSI Afterburner, which took like maybe 20 minutes or so. Ah yes, we have the option to install Norton 360 for Gamer. But once we were done, it confirmed my suspicion. So why does it keep doing that with the core clocks? Huh, that's interesting. That might be the issue why we're running at 25 FPS. What do I do about it though? Well, after thinking a little bit, I figured maybe it just doesn't have enough fresh air when it's under the monitor. So I went out and bought an HDMI to HDMI adapter so I can plug the stick into that instead of the monitor itself. And you're probably wondering why there is footage of me getting a fan out of a closet in the background. Well, so as you can see, the weirdness with the core clocks is now gone, given that we dropped about 10 degrees. However, in order to achieve that, I may or may not have had to strap a fan to the front of the mini PC. Now that I think of it, it might have been a little bit overkill, but you know, as long as it works, who really cares? And after getting a good skin, I was finally ready to play Osu. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Okay, so if I had to rate this on playability, I would say it's like a 6 out of 10, maybe? I mean, it's playable, but it's not a great experience. It's somewhere around the ballpark of the GPU from 2007. May or may not be a little bit worse, but it's basically the same thing. Which is actually pretty surprising considering the fact that it fits in my pocket. Like, I did not expect it to run that well. I did not expect it to run at all. Like, yeah, there is some delay with some of my inputs going through like way later than I actually tapped. But then again, I'm playing without sound, so it might just be an issue of offset. I'm not really sure. That being said, would I recommend you buy one? Probably not, considering literally anything from the last fucking decade is gonna run Osu better than this. And that brings me to the end of this experiment. It might have taken me a bit too long to finish, but at the end of the day, I enjoyed the process, and I hope you enjoyed the video too. If you want to see more videos like this, or maybe you're interested in something else I might do in the future, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any of the future projects I have. That being said, I thank you all for watching, and as always, see you next time. Bye!